about that coming over here, and I said, Dr. Morris, you know what somebody needs to do? Somebody with with this university's credentials and research abilities, we need to go find a grant somewhere to fund you guys going in to several large county jails that claim to be overpopulated, and they are overcrowded. Somebody needs to go in those jails and find out who's in there. Is there anybody in there who's bondable, but they can't make a bond just because they don't have a bail premium, but otherwise they should be out? See, that person who's burned all of his bridges and who is an incorrigible, we don't want him out anyway because he's going to run away. What then happens to closure for the victims? What happens to accountability? What happens to the court's right to prove its case? That's all gone, to be redundant. But that study is desperately needed. A year or so ago, somebody was making a lot of noise about the Harris County Houston jail being overcrowded. And a couple of these pretrial release people said, yeah, it's overcrowded because you got all these people in there that can't afford to pay the greedy bail bondsman. Well, there's an organization, a very, very fair organization, I think, everybody would concede, called the Texas Public Policy Foundation. They've got a gentleman named Mark Levin who does their criminal research and policy studies. And the Texas Public Policy Foundation published an article on that. And they said, you know what, wait a minute. Somebody needs to go do a study on this. You can't just say, well, they're there because they can't buy a bond. Hey, listen, there are people in the county jail. There are people down here in the Dallas County Jail right now with a federal hold on them. There are people in the Dallas County Jail who have a blue warrant violation. That means they violated the terms of their probation and parole and they're not bondable. There are people in the Dallas County Jail who have an immigration hold on them. There are people in the Dallas County Jail who have been convicted and they are awaiting transportation to the Texas Department of Corrections to start serving their penitentiary sentence. And there are people in the Dallas County Jail serving, guess what? County jail time. They've been convicted. We don't have any count of who all's down there and why and who can pay and who can't. No, sir. That study hadn't been done, and it is a desperately, desperately needed study. And listen, this impasse we're out about not throwing the baby out with the bathwater and capturing the benefits of both sides of this thing and finding a way to collaborate. You know, if that study were done and it came back and it showed, you know what, there are not many people down there who want out and who qualify to be out and who aren't out just because they can't pay a bail bondsman. There aren't people like that down there. Maybe that would bridge the gap between the Pretrial Justice Institute and ourselves, and we could get together and maybe we could find a way to collaborate for the benefit of just the society and just the defendant combined. That'd be a wonderful thing. I hope I see it in my lifetime. Okay, yes.
I was wondering if there's been any research on offenders that have traffic tickets that fail to appear, and if they do receive bail bonding, and how they go about that?
There's been a lot of study done on the rate of misconduct. In other words, people who are out, this Bureau of Justice Statistics study, for example, it didn't just want to find out who failed to appear under each type of release. Which type of release generated what percentage of recidivism? How many of the people who got out on a secured release, a commercial bail bond, reoffended and got rearrested on a felony within a year? And the same question for each of these release methods. And what they found, and other studies have found, is commercial bail bonding has the lowest rate of recidivism, thereby having the greatest protection for community safety of any other method of release. But yes, those studies have been done. Now, has a study been done on whether reoffenders were bonded then by commercial bail bonding? Ma'am, I don't know the answer to that question. I've never seen one. It'd be a good study. It'd be a good study. Okay, I want to thank you very, very much for having me. I've enjoyed it so much. And I hope you'll get in touch with us if you have any questions. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mr. we're about to be sticking around if anyone has a few questions. Other than that, thank you so much for coming. And on behalf of the criminology faculty here at UT Dallas, we'd like to present you with this plaque for your participation in the criminology lecture series. Thank you so much for coming.
Wow, wait a minute. I want a picture of this. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's wonderful. Going in my office.
If you would like a form of the readings, they're up here too. And if you're in my class, you can come see them.